All right, so here we go. Some of you this morning asked for a tour of the art room. So I'm going to walk around and I'm going to kind of just give you a tour of the place. So if you come back, you'll kind of know what's going on. Here's my desk area where I have all of our meats. You guys want to see? Oh, I like Mr. Skelly. His name's Skelly. Skelly the skeleton right here. All my 1.5 billion post-its that I have going on, right? I've got my computer screen and I have my little light set up so that you can see me better in our meets. And it looks like this from far away. Then I come over here. We got drawing supplies. This thing is really cool. I wish, man, if you ever wanted to get one of these, I think this is a really cool thing to get. This is a light box. And what happens is you turn on, you press the button right here, boop, and it's in it light. It projects light and it allows you to trace pictures, and it's a really cool tool. I like it. They're on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. So then we're going this way. I've got art supplies stacked. This is my yarn section. Got a little hidden Beanie Baby up there. On this wall I have all my art posters. That are all the different elements and principles of art that we talk about during the school year. This is one of my favorite sayings. I made that poster. Draw it light till you got it right, so that if you mess up, you can erase it. If you press too hard, you can't ever erase your lines. In this cabinet, so this one that says collage, there's paper. And then in this one is sculpture, so there's like stuff that you can build stuff with. It's a lot of trash, but you know, in art it's not trash, it's treasure. And then here's my little sculpture center that gives you different kinds of examples of paper sculpture. And then I'm really lucky, it was rainy today, and I'm lucky I have windows so I can see out. I can see the sunshine. Then here's kind of the view from this end. And see, I have little spots. Every kid has to sit at a number. I have a seating chart for each class. And then each table has a bin, and I have to clean and sanitize those after I have the kids. My board, my star board where I show pictures and stuff and videos. And I have these cool little sculptures, these 3D sculptures that you can get. Right. I like this. Another window. And then I've got Darth right here. This is a drawing that I did. And then over here, this is the paint area. This is usually where I have all the paints set out. We're not there yet in class. We're still trying to figure that out, how we're going to do paint and how I have to clean everything. But as you can see, I like to have stuff labeled so that you can just go over and kind of help yourself, you know what I mean? And then I have a little kitchen. You can see this is like a little kitchen area, which is really handy. And then this little thing right here, this is the sewing center. So inside I have all different types of material, and these are my posters that I can point to, you know, when I'm teaching and all that other stuff. And then on top, I've got our sewing machines. And then usually when I teach sewing, we do hand sewing first. And then if we get to hand sewing, or to machine sewing, then we use that. Now, when we left, it was sad. When we went to crisis schooling in March, we were in the middle of sewing. So the kids had to leave our sewing stuff here. This is kind of my, like, I don't know what to call this, manipulative section. I don't know. I've got my books. We have so many great art books. If you want to see how to code, Makey. Things to make with Legos. And then all this other stuff, this is my perler beads. I love perler beads. These are fidgets. This is stuff that you can play with, but you can't take. They're all in the same section. like the kinetic sand and the Unifix tubes. Like kids can play with them, but they can't take them with them. That's not for art making. Here's my cart. I can take this cart into the other art teacher's classroom, and there's a really cool closet. There's a light in there, and it can sanitize everything. So that's why we have that. And then over here, I just have a ton of storage. A whole lot of storage. This is fabric up on top. This stuff is like sculpture stuff you can glue. This is stuff kids can take. This is like the coding stuff. And the robots got snap circuits, makey 3D pens, squishy circuits, all kinds of stuff. This is my printer bot, my 3D printer. Then I come over here. This is my iPad cart. So every kid has their own little iPad. I would love to do some videos about apps that we use in the art room, so that if you guys have devices at home, you could use them as well. Chromebooks. Kids have their own. Kids bring their own Chromebook to art now, but when they didn't, I would have those available, for them to use. And then if kids, if they are using one and it dies in class, they can use mine. This is my recess stuff right here. It's my hot pink megaphone, and I carry that out with me. I don't want to use anybody else's. And then I've got my timeline. I use this a lot. This kind of makes me sad that I don't have one of these. I need to figure out how I can show this to you digitally while I'm talking, but I love to, it's a short timeline, guys. It's really not that long, but I love to use it to kind of point and show you where artists were, when we're talking about an artist in history, in the history of art, where they fall on that timeline. Because sometimes an artist you think might be like a newer artist, they're actually like from a long time ago. So I love to use that. And I have my butterflies. I love my butterflies up above my door. They do fall every once in a while, but that's okay. I save them and I put them back up there. And then I can do a tour of this later. Every year I do one of these books. Last year was the first year that I didn't get to make one of these. But this is like kids write me letters, and I put these in a book, and I have one for every year that I teach. And last year was kind of the first year that I didn't get to do it because we went into crisis mode. So, all right. Oh, and then, but last but not least, hand sanitizer. I got this little thing. We named him Essential. Essential is his name. And all you got to do is you should put your hand under there, boop, and then it spits out the hand sanitizer in a little metered amount. So, all right, there is the art room. I hope you have a good afternoon. Bye, guys.